Hi, everybody. Welcome to more bonus content for Incoming. We're going to do two things today. The second is going to be an interview with the musician John Carroll, who was playing drums in a band called 88 Fingers Louie in Hawaii when the alert happened in 2018. And he's got a cool story about it. But first, it's a last minutes featuring Mr. Jack Foley. This is Quality Control Supervisor.
This is Steve Spolarich, I'm the Quality Control Supervisor with the company. I don't know if you've heard, but there's a missile coming to kill all of us right now, so I don't think I'm going to be able to actually make it in on Monday, or probably ever again. And you know what? Well, I have you, if you have a second. Do you remember when the servers went down and no one got their Christmas bonuses? I suggested server redundancy, and you said it was too expensive for the company. And now I had to get my mom the cheap wheelchair, and I can't get her over the curb. And you know what? Since I'm never going to talk to you again, you ever seen the budgets why we spend so much money on staplers? It's because I throw them away. Yeah, I throw them away in the garbage. Do you ever wonder why your mail never makes it to your desk? It's because I've been throwing it away. Yeah, seeing you say, "Oh, where's my mail?" is the greatest 30 seconds of my week. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, go f*** yourself, and thanks. Have a great day, Steve Spolarich. Bye.
All right, we're rolling. My guest is my friend John Carroll, who's a drummer of some great renown, the drummer in a band called Verboten, drummer in a band called Paper Mice, and at one time he was a drummer in a band called 88 Fingers Louie, who happened to be on tour in Hawaii in 2018 when the false alarm that inspired this whole show actually happened. John, welcome to whatever this is.
Thank you so much, David.
Tell us a little bit about how you came to find yourself in Hawaii.
Well, we were lucky enough to book a weekend, a long weekend. It was a show in California, and then we were able to hop on over to play a show in Honolulu, and then we were able to get on another plane, which is all sounds so extravagant, which it wasn't, but we would then go to Kauai. So we played two shows in Hawaii on the weekend that we're talking about.
Okay, and so where were you when the alert came through?
We were in Honolulu. I think we were near Waikiki Beach. I could be wrong, but we were definitely in Honolulu. We woke up. We all had like a kind of a hotel room, which had a couple of rooms. It was kind of an old school thing with different rooms. We all shared. It was like 4 or 5
a big
of us.
rock star suite filled with like
Exactly.
a charcuterie plate for each of you. Yeah.
Oh, I wish it was. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not. It was a very basic, but it was totally fine. However, it was the morning after our first show. So we played Honolulu the night before. And we all woke up, or maybe we were just on our phones as one does. And we all got this alert on our phone.
At the same time, like you're all sitting around, everyone's got their phone, doom scrolling.
Yeah.
And the
Exactly.
comes in.
Exactly. And I think there may have even been, I cannot recall exactly, but there may have even been that sort of sound, that sort of, like a sound happening. And I was certainly like, guys, are you seeing this? And, we all started to talk and started to.
What's the initial level of freak out when it comes in?
I think I was definitely the most vocal, but I would say I was at a 6. I wasn't running around like a banshee, but I was like, I'm sure I said, "What the F is this?" And we had the funny thing is that one of our members was in the shower at the time, and we were like, "Get out. Do we have to leave?" And he was like, he's like, "No, I'm fine." I think he said, okay, I'll be out. And he just still took his time. We were like, what are you doing? So
look,
we all kind of were
if you're going to
discussing.
die, you want to die clean, obviously.
Exactly. So we just started. I mean, we were panicking, but we were not losing our minds, but we were definitely like, what do we do? And so first step was, let's get out of here and let's go to the basement. And then as soon as I went down to the lobby, they're like, we don't have a basement, and
No.
there wasn't a place to go. And I actually called my bandmate about an hour ago. I wanted to rehash some things that he remembered too. And he remembered, one of them remembered because we were texting, that he did kind of hear like a siren going off in the distance, but that when we looked outside and we were looking for things to do, like what should we do, there was not a palpable sense of panic in the streets as one would think there would be.
You really would. So, like, what's the situation in the lobby?
Not a lot of people, and I just remember talking to the front desk person being like, are you serious? Like, where can we go? And there was no direction from this person. And there was not, I'm telling you, there was not people running out of there freaking out. It's so bizarre that it wasn't like that.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's also bizarre that the person behind the desk was like, well, yeah, I guess I got to finish my shift. I mean, if I get
Yeah,
that alert, I'm like taillights right away.
right. There wasn't any palpable, like, this is what you should do. You need to, like, I'm visiting Hawaii. Like, I'm assuming this person is from here. Maybe they're going to say, this is what we're doing now. There was no direction, you know.
Well, I mean, in their
So,
defense, like if it happened here, I wouldn't have like a lot of advice to offer people about what to do. But I personally would
you're
be
right.
I would be looking for some kind of safety for myself at a minimum. I wouldn't be like, yeah, I got to get these reservations sorted out, but it's me. I'm not as committed to
Uh,
capitalism as other people. Okay,
so
so
true.
right, so your first few instincts are around getting somewhere relatively safe.
Yes.
Did you did you
And
call anybody at home? Did you like reach out to family or
I purposefully did not because I I don't know. My bandmate did though, and I purposefully did not want to freak out my wife.
I think
Yeah,
that's a very intelligent decision.
my bandmate did call his long-term partner, and and so he recalled to me that she was panicking more than he was. So the person who is not there, you know, of course she has every right to feel this is she can only be told what she was told, but she was freaking out over the phone, and he was like telling her, I think we're going to be fine. We're going to go find a place to, be safe. But he and I were like very rational. We're like, where do we go? What do we do? And one thing I knew is that I didn't want to be inside a concrete building. This was a old school hotel. This was not, I mean, think like motel style. Like it wasn't like fancy, you know.
Yeah.
Um, it was more basic and it was totally fine. But I was like, this is there are buildings everywhere, and we were really close to the beach, like a 5 minute or less walk. So my thought was just get away from other things, like go to a place where there was just water. So I
Where like
we
nothing's gonna
actually got
fall on you. Yeah.
yes, exactly. And that's really what it was. And then we went inside the water. We were like wading in the water. And when I say wading, both what it sounds like, waiting and waiting. We were just
Yeah.
sitting there for like at least 20 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
now do you remember like first of all what you were thinking about while you're waiting in the water? Like were you having existential thoughts like this could literally be it?
It's so weird, but I wasn't feeling that. I was like, because everybody's reaction around me was we were all dumbfounded, and
Yeah.
maybe we were just dumb because we were like, oh yeah, like who knows? But it was not because because I couldn't see it. I could only like there weren't real sirens going off. It wasn't these moments of chaos in front of me. Everybody was just looking at each other and like, what do we do? I don't know. And it was like only something you saw on your phone. And so again, again, you know, it's like something that it just wasn't connecting. The gravity of the possibility didn't really hit me. So I don't know.
Also, it's like it says
And
something about like the herd mentality of people. That like if everybody else was losing their shit, that you would have been in a completely
yeah,
different state. But since
yes,
everybody was just like, wow, that's weird. My phone's like it's like localized to the phone because that's the
yes,
only like stimulus
seriously,
that had happened. I think that's a completely normal reaction. Also, it's factored in that we're talking about Hawaii, like a notoriously placid group of people.
yeah,
Like
yes,
they were maybe
yes,
more psychologically equipped to deal with the uncertainty than they would have
yeah.
been in like, Staten Island. Just to not to denigrate the
Oh,
fine people of Staten Island. I'm just saying from a vibe standpoint.
yes. I wrote a few things down because I was really racking my brain for like all these details. One thing I wanted to mention is like we had talked to somebody, this goes along to what I was mentioning about how my bandmate called his partner and she was freaking out. We later that day, we were able to get on the airplane and go to Kauai. And when we did, we made some new friends, the guys who were putting on the show. And one of them was like, we heard that the missiles were shot down already, and this was like it was like there was like panic and stories from outside of our circle, and I was like, what? Like, I guess what I'm saying is like other people were who weren't precisely there. Again, I don't know where the missiles were, if they were heading towards Honolulu or what, but like
Yeah.
there was more worry from people outside of the situation. It seemed like to me, you know.
That's okay. Do you
Yeah,
remember so you're standing in the ocean waiting with your bandmates. Do you remember what
yeah.
the conversation was like? Like we got to pick up the tempo on that one song at the beginning of the set, like it's dragging. Dragging. We gotta.
Oh, no, I don't remember I remember it being fairly just us shooting the breeze. Just shooting it.
Yeah,
Of course, I don't remember him being like, if this is it, I loved you, man, and we really did a lot of great things. It wasn't, it was none of that. It was none of that. We were probably just like, can you imagine, like,
yeah. It's that you're just like, yeah. Okay, well, guess we'll wait this out. Okay,
just like a
so
bunch two Chicago guys, I don't know.
that's right. Now tell me the what happened when you got the second message with the all clear.
Oh, this is actually funny. Is that I don't recall getting a message on my phone. I recall having like we're at the beach and then there's like a restaurant, cafe, or wherever there's an outdoor area.
Yeah,
Swear to
yeah.
God, somebody got on the microphone and it was like false alarm. And I was so angry. I was like, are you serious? I was like, that was the thing that really just so confused that this could be possible. That that
It's
all
amazing
of
that your
this
reaction was anger. You're like, I was told an extinction level event was coming, and they have the audacity to have it be a false alarm. Somebody
and,
better comp these
ang-
mozzarella sticks. Yeah,
exactly, exactly. I would say a mix of anger and just more just like how confusion.
yeah, of
How
course.
could somebody screw up to this monumental level? It was You know, I mean, it was like the precise thing what I'm reading on my phone is incorrect. It's like, this is not a test. Well, it actually is.
It
It's
was.
like,
You didn't know.
yeah,
It was a test of you. Okay, so
yeah,
then did you call
yeah,
your wife after that and say, "Hey, guess what just happened?"
yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yes, yeah.
And
I
was she
think
like,
she
"Why
was.
didn't you call me?"
No, I think she understood. She understood. She understood
Yeah.
that why am I going to call her and then like put the fear of God into her that I could be struck by a missile and then say, okay, bye. Like I'm not,
Yeah,
I
I'll either
mean,
call you later or like maybe not.
yeah,
Yeah.
some people, I know a good I know many people would think like, "Hey, I'm gonna call and say my goodbye or something." I'm like, I'm not. I wasn't at that point yet. I wasn't ready to, you know, I don't know. I just wasn't. I just that's not me.
I think that you've made a series of extremely human decisions along the way. That's great.
Yeah,
Um, all right.
yeah.
Well, John Carroll, thank you so much for telling us about uh, the what it was like on that fateful day. And I really hope that everyone who listens to this checks out Verboten. And I really hope that you never have an experience like that again. And if you do, I'll call you back and we can share the story with everybody.
Thanks so much, David. I really appreciate it.
Thank you to all of you who are paying attention to what we're doing here at Incoming. We are working as hard as we can on season 2. We're recording and editing. It's going great. You're going to love it. But in the meantime, we wanted to give you some stuff to chew on. So that's why we're making these things. Thank you so much for all of the comments and notes and messages we've gotten from you. There's information about all of season 1 at incomingpodcast.com. If you want to reach out to me directly about whatever, you can reach me at david@incomingpodcast.com. And we'd be really grateful if you like our show, if you take the time to tell a friend about it, tell 5 friends about it. Word of mouth is extremely important to a little show like ours. We are super grateful for your support. We'll talk to you soon.